Hello and welcome to the session on file and fit, combined fit with straight, angular surface with plus or minus 0.02 mm accuracy, and check adherence to specification and quality standards using equipment like Vernier calipers and micrometers, etc. Measurement is an important aspect when we deal with any workpiece. Let us get into the video now.
Objectives. At the end of the session, you will be able to know file flat and square to accuracy of
Plus or minus
0.02 mm, mark dimensions with a vernier height gauge, drill relief holes, fit part 1 and 2 maintaining an accuracy of
plus or minus
0.02 mm. Brief introduction about measuring instruments. Vernier caliper is primarily for measuring both inside and outside diameters. The measuring range of the caliper can be 0 to 150, 0 to 300 mm, etc. The spindle of the micrometer is a very precise machined ratchet, and the object to be measured is placed between the spindle and the anvil. The vernier height gauge is mainly used for layout work. It is used for measuring the width of the slot and external dimension. Accuracy in measurement is very important for any type of job we do. Good floor practices. Let us see some good floor practices before getting into the topic. Keep clean and free from accumulation of dirt and scrap daily. Empty scrap wastage from respective containers regularly. Use special racks, holders for respective tools. Identify storage areas for respective items. Do not leave any material in the gangway. Tools required: steel rule, hacksaw frame with blade, tri-square, scriber, flat smooth file, vernier caliper, ball peen hammer. Equipment required: vernier height gauge, surface table, angle plate, drilling machine. Material required: raw material MS flat 50 mm into 90 mm into 12 mm, 1 number. Raw material MS flat 50 mm into 50 mm into 12 mm, 1 number. File and fit, combined fit with straight, angular surface with
plus or minus
0.02 mm accuracy. Observe the given raw material and identify the formation of materials for rusting, corrosion and scaling before doing any job. Check the raw material size using steel rule on all the sides. Remove the scaling by flat rough file on all the surfaces. Check the flatness by blade of a tri-square on the sides. Remove sharp edges. Check the dimensions with a steel rule and squareness with a tri-square again. File and finish part 1 and 2 for the overall dimensions. Select flat files of various grades and length according to the size of the job and quantity of metal to be removed. Check whether the handle of the file fits tightly. Hold the handle of the file and push the file forward using your right hand palm or left hand palm. Start filing by pushing the file uniformly during the forward stroke and release the pressure during the return stroke. Check the size with a vernier caliper. Place the object in between the two jaws such that they touch opposite end of the object, making sure the object is held firmly. Tighten the locking screw to hold the jaws in position. Note the position of the vernier scale 0 on the main scale. The next step is to take the vernier scale reading. Add the main scale and vernier readings to get the final measurement. Mark off dimensional lines in part 1 and 2 with a vernier height gauge. One of the primary functions of the vernier height gauge is to scribe lines on a workpiece to known heights. Keep the vernier height gauge base firmly on the surface plate. Hold the scriber at an angle to the workpiece and pull the corner of the scriber across the work. Scribe first all lines of dimensions in one direction. Secondly, scribe all the lines in another direction. Place the work at 90 degrees and scribe the lines to work. Job surfaces should be finished flat and smooth to avoid lifting during marking. Punch witness marks. Punch witness marks using a dot punch and a ball peen hammer. Witness marks are light, uniform indents made with a prick punch and punched accurately on the line work indicating the outlines. Chain drill and drill relief holes of dia 3 mm in part 1 and 2 as shown. Filing in part 1. Initially, we have to hacksaw on one portion of part 1 to remove excess metal and file to size and shape to maintaining accuracy of plus or minus 0.02 mm as shown here. Now, check the size with a vernier caliper. Similarly, hacksaw on other two portions of part 1 to remove excess metal and file to shape to an accuracy of plus or minus 0.02 mm as shown here. Filing in part 2. Now, drill relief holes hole 3 mm as shown here. Use a hacksaw to chip and remove the excess material as shown here. We have to file to shape and size maintaining accuracy of 0.02 mm. We can check the size with the help of vernier caliper. Finish filing part 1 and deburr in all corners of the job. Fit part 1 and 2 as shown in job drawing. Apply a thin coat of oil and preserve it for evaluation. Clean and arrange the tools in order. Recap.
So now we can have the recap of what we have discussed in this video. How to file flat and square to accuracy of plus or minus 0.02 mm. Mark dimensions with vernier height gauge. Steps to drill relief holes. How to fit part 1 and 2 maintaining an accuracy of plus or minus 0.02 mm. Try this with the help of your instructor. Thank you for watching this video.